Former President Barack Obama there going after Republicans and the GOP candidate for Virginia governor, Glenn Youngkin. And Obama is actually campaigning for fellow Democrat Terry McAuliffe. That happened over the weekend. The president now, current one set to go next. Obama is just one of the Democratic heavy hitters stumping for McAuliffe in a race both political parties see as the bellwether for the 2022 midterms. Democrats are going to lose some seats, every president does, but how bad is it going to be? We could find out from this race. President Biden also hitting the trail tomorrow, 1 week before voters are set to head to the polls, although early voting has been going on for quite a while. And McAuliffe is not holding anything back in his attack on Youngkin.
My opponent has said very clearly he will ban abortions here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. He has said that election integrity, quote, is the single most important issue facing Virginia. Really? Not jobs, not the economy, not defeating COVID. He runs ads all about critical race theory. Let me be very clear with you folks. Critical race theory has never been taught in Virginia. It's not taught today, nor has it ever been taught. It is a racist dog whistle. And I am sick and tired of Glenn Youngkin pitting parents against parents, parents against teachers, and using children as political pawns.
Let's get into it now with Glenn Youngkin, Republican nominee for Virginia governor. And he's in focus now. Thanks for being in focus today. First of all, I want to give you a chance just to talk back to your opponent now. I know you're about to hit an event there, so he'll hear from you on your local news. But I want to know, when he says that this is some sort of racist pursuit, critical race theory, and parents getting involved, what's your comeback for that?
Well, I'm not going to be lectured by a guy that first called for Ralph Northam when he wore blackface to resign and then turned around and embraced him and has one of his running mates on his platform already admit to wearing blackface. Terry McAuliffe is completely two-faced. That's what he is. He doesn't know what he believes. He's willing to say anything to get elected. And what's most amazing is I travel around this great Commonwealth of Virginia, and I talk to Virginians about lowering taxes and cranking up our job machine and making our schools work for our children. And by the way, fully reflecting the fundamental right that parents in Virginia have to be engaged in their children's education. Terry McAuliffe doesn't believe any of that. And that's why he's got to bring all these people in to campaign with him, because he knows that Glenn Youngkin versus Terry McAuliffe results in Glenn Youngkin winning. That's what's happening in the polls. We are pulling ahead, and Virginians are about to absolutely have a turning point. A turning point, as Barack Obama said.
We're going to get to the former president in a moment, because I saw that three-pointer that you drained. We'll get into that in a second. A new Fox poll shows kind of what you're saying, that this isn't just a Virginia topic, our children's education, but it's resonating with people across the country. So that may be one of the reasons why we're so focused on Virginia and another state, New Jersey, where this is resonating. 73% of people are extremely or very concerned about what schools teach. This is new Fox polling now. And the top problem when it comes to education is schools pushing a political plan. 63% of people polled in this Fox poll said that. That means, Glenn Youngkin, that the country is watching your race perhaps like no other right now. Why do you think that is?
Well, first of all, we've watched Loudoun County serve as basically ground zero for the country on parents standing up for their children. And just to get our schools open, parents had to stand up and make their voices heard. And yes, a political agenda has made its way into our curriculum. And by the way, the first instances I can find are in Terry McAuliffe's administration. And all of a sudden, parents recognize that, yes, Terry wants to keep them out of their children's life. And when they stand up and try to defend their kids, he calls his friend Joe Biden and has Joe Biden send the FBI in and try to silence them. It is just flat wrong. And when I'm governor, I'm going to stand up for Virginia's parents. And by the way, America's parents see it happening because it's happening in their schools too. And so Virginians have a moment to stand up, not just for the future of Virginia's kids, but for America's kids. And that's why this race is so important to everyone right now. In fact, everybody's been joining us at youngkinforgovernor.com from all over the country. I get emails and notes and phone calls from parents saying, please stand up for us.
So You know, I noticed that you kicked off your bus tour last week, and I was talking with one of our Fox News contributors, Mark Thiessen, and others about how sometimes that can give you an indication that you're breathing some oxygen into your race. And so with People Focused, Mark Thiessen said this on my very program. Let's watch and listen together about your race.
Virginia is a blue state, not a purple state. So if Terry McAuliffe wins, it's no big deal. He ought to win. The fact that the race is so close is what's frightening people. And if Glenn Youngkin wins this race, that is a seismic shift in an electorate, and it is a canary in the coal mine for Democrats on the upcoming midterm election.
So no doubt your opponent is seeing some of the polling and the things that are leading to someone with as much, political acumen as a strategist like Mark Thiessen, former speechwriter for a president. What do you make of it all, though? I mean, we don't know what's going to happen next Tuesday.
No, but the sun is clearly setting on Terry McAuliffe's 43-year political career, and we're all watching it, and he's doing anything he can to just try to survive. And again, this is Virginians, not Republicans versus Democrats. It's Virginians recognizing that lower taxes and the best schools and the best jobs and safe communities are the issues at hand. And McAuliffe doesn't want to talk about any of that because he's on the wrong side of all of it. And yes, the nation is watching because they recognize that when Virginians stand up and take a state that has been blue and elect a Republican governor, it's going to make a statement that's going to be heard not just around the country but around the world, that we're going to stand up for those values that mean the most to Americans. And this is why Virginians are standing up at every one of our rallies. We've had so many people show up and cheer, and the crowds are huge. And you know what that's going to happen is we're going to sweep our statewide races in Virginia. We're going to make a statement that's going to be heard around the country.
You're very confident, and no doubt the Democrats see and hear that. So the president is coming to town, and he's basically doing that for you. Because I would have to imagine that Terry McAuliffe knows that he's got Democrats in his corner. He wants you to see that he's got the president and the former president in his corner. I saw this from your Twitter feed over the weekend. You were challenging the former president, Barack Obama, to a game as he campaigns for your opponent. Let's watch, and then I'll get you.
"44, I hear you're in town trying to bail out Terry's campaign. If you're up for a game, I'm ready."
You really want to take him on like that?
Well, he likes basketball. I like basketball. I think I can take him. But I know one thing. I can definitely take Terry McAuliffe, and Virginians are about to elect a new governor, a new kind of governor, a Republican to lead going forward. And he's going to bring in everybody he possibly can to try to take the spotlight off of his failed record, his failed policies. And I guess Virginians might be excited. I doubt it that Joe Biden's showing up. I said the other day, bring him in, have him campaign as much as he wants. I am campaigning for Virginians. I'm a Virginian for Virginians. And guess what's going to happen? We are going to win this race, and it's going to be such a statement for a new day in Virginia.
Well, we will be watching, and for the very reasons that we talked about, Glenn Youngkin, because America is experiencing some of the same issues and battles that you are. And Loudoun County was that first place that we saw those school board videos where parents were talking about masking, so on and so forth, and that is in your home state. Thank you very much for coming in focus today. And your three-pointer, you drained that, I would say, outside the paint.
Thank you. It was definitely outside the three-point line, and for the record, I was 1 for 1.
All right, there you go. Good to see you. Good luck.
Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.
You too.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.